Returns. Tonight's AEW show was all about returns, and that's exactly what I wanted to do when I purchased my first AEW show. I wanted my money returned. Anyway, guys, welcome back to Fog Wrestling here, ready for your AEW Dynamite review for the 4th or the 12th of the 4th, 23. I mean, it doesn't matter what Dynamite it is. It doesn't matter what date it is. We all know this show absolutely sucks. I mean, this one was no different, but we did get some returns, and it was great to see Jeff Hardy back in wrestling. People say Jeff Hardy's done. People say Jeff Hardy doesn't matter. You just listen to the pop that he gets, and I know it's a crappy AEW crowd. I know that these guys would pop for anything, but still, Jeff Hardy is still a relative big star in the wrestling business, and I think any company is beneficial having Jeff Hardy. If I had a company, I would want to sign Jeff Hardy, providing you can get him off the drugs and he doesn't do drink driving and stupid shit like that. But anyway, let's get into tonight's show then. It was in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and we open up with the first match, which was, of course, Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin. Horrible way to open up a show. I mean, Swerve Strickland, Darby Allin, is this the first thing you want to see when you put your TV on? No, definitely not. But that's how we kick off AEW. AEW always seems to kick off with matches, by the way, and I don't agree with that. I think kicking off with a match is like a cold open. I think the opening to a show should always be it should be like a promo. Or I don't know, like, yeah, a promo, whether it be backstage, whether it be in the ring, or whatever. I genuinely believe that every show should kick off with a promo. Now, maybe there could be special circumstances if you've built up a match, if you've got a match hyped, and then you know that match is happening on the show, then I think that's like a one-off. I think, yeah, that's okay. You can start the show with a match, but, I mean, other than that, I always want to see a segment, a promo. I don't want to see us go straight into a long match. But anyway, that's what we kick off here with Swerve Strickland versus Darby Allin. And for some reason, Darby Allin took the shoe of Swerve Strickland off and started biting his feet like a fucking little nonce. And I know this guy's a weirdo. I know he's a fucked up little skater emo boy who apparently used to beat up his girlfriend or whatever. I get that. This guy is a bum, freak. There's definitely something weird about him, but come on. Why the fuck's he biting feet in the middle of a match? I mean, that just made no sense to me. But anyway, Swerve Strickland bites the dust. He loses, and Darby Allin gets the win with the Last Supper. Fuck Last Supper. Darby Allin looks like he needs his supper. The guy's about as skinny as a fucking pencil, man. How's he beating anybody? I mean, this makes no sense. Isn't Darby Allin supposed to be one of the pillars? Aren't pillars supposed to be strong so they can hold things up? How the fuck can this guy hold anything up? He can barely hold himself up, for God's sake. Darby Allin's an absolute joke. But he wins this match, so, I mean, whatever. Good for Darby Allin, I guess. MJF comes out, and MJF and Darby Allin have a little bit of a back-and-back promo, back-and-forth promo. MJF calls Darby a shitty little emo smuck, which I guess is true. But MJF says that pound for pound, he's one of the best that Darby has ever been in the ring with. But then MJF reminds him that he beat him with a headlock. When the hell was this? When did MJF beat Darby Allin with a head? Who the hell ever loses to a headlock? For God's sake. When did this happen? Seriously. Then Darby... Darby says that he went to see a psychiatrist, and the MJF should do the same. Wow, okay, what a star. What a star he is, man. Psychiatrist talk, what's this all about? And then he says that him being happy doesn't make him happy. What makes him happy is the people around him being happy, and that's why he bought his parents a house. He helped his dad retire, and he's proud of that with the money he got from MJF. And he says that he won't lower his morals to be like MJF. Then MJF said he's tired about the four pillars caring about morals. He says morals kill careers. And he says Darby Allin is a gutless coward because he doesn't have the balls to sacrifice his morals like MJF does. MJF says that when he's alone on his deathbed, he might not have anybody. If there's a heaven, if there's an afterlife, he might not go there. He might go to hell. But he's willing to risk all of that to leave a legacy in the sport. MJF says Darby's legacy will read Sting's bitch. And I thought that was pretty funny. Of course, this brings out Sting. Sting gets in the ring. I mean, it was weird. Sting says he's offended that Darby thinks he's like some sort of daddy daycare. He's a dad figure to Darby Allin. Sting says that he's more of a cheerleader. And then he brings out pom-poms and he starts hitting MJF in the face with pom-poms. Like, what? Honestly, man, what? Pom-poms, man, Jesus Christ. Why is he throwing pom-poms to anybody? I don't get this. It was gay. It was very fucking gay. But, yeah, that was that. And then Sting went to talk about how everybody needs a support system. MJF had a support system in Cody. Darby has one in Sting. He said Surfer Sting had one in Ric Flair. Woo! And Sting says he's no hunger for the title. But unfortunately for MJF, Darby Allin does. So, I mean, Sting trying his best here to make Darby Allin look credible, to make Darby Allin feel like a threat. But, I mean, it was just Sting talking for Darby Allin because Darby Allin can't talk, so whatever. Then we got Powerhouse Hobbs defending the AEW TV Championship in an open challenge. He took on Silas Young. No idea who fucking Silas Young is. Honestly, who the hell is Silas Young? Hobbs beats him in like 10 seconds. Garbage. Absolute garbage. So yeah, this was crap. Then we got a video of Jay White and Juice Robinson. I mean, people are delusional. They think this Jay White guy is like the best promo dude in wrestling. The guy fucking sucks. Jay White and Juice Robinson, Bullet Club. What? These guys think they compare to the NWO. Two fucking smucks, two bums, two nobodies. And they think that they're fucking stars. They think that they're taking over. They couldn't take over anything, mate. Whatever. Then we move into the third match of the night. International Championship. Orange Cassidy versus Buddy Matthews. I mean, you talk about belts that don't mean shit. What is this International Championship? It's a garbage title held by a garbage wrestler. Orange Cassidy beats Buddy Murphy, but I mean, again, who cares here? Buddy Murphy's, people are going to make out he's great. First of all, he's not great, and second of all, why is he losing to Orange Cassidy? I mean, anyone worth anything shouldn't be losing to Orange Cassidy. The guy's a fucking bum, man. I hate him. He's a loser. He reminds me of Darby Allin, but he's like kind of even worse than Darby Allin. I cannot believe that he's actually walking around with a belt. Honestly, it's sad. Orange Cassidy walking around with a championship. And isn't Orange Cassidy, isn't he one of the pillars? I don't know if he is or not, if I'm making this up, but is Orange Cassidy not one of the pillars? Is he not getting a world title shot? I know it's MJF, Darby Allin, Jungle Boy, and I don't know who the other person is, but is it Adam Page? No, who is it? I can't remember. But honestly, if Orange Cassidy's one of the pillars, then fuck me. No wonder this company sucks, because the foundations, the pillars are absolutely horrendous, man. Honest to God. But yeah, still your World TV Champion. It's Orange Cassidy. Then we get a video package for Luchasaurus and Christian. At last, you're on your own. Oh, and Christian, come on, do something good. Go back to WWE. Dethrone Roman Reigns. Don't be stuck here in this garbage company. Seriously. Let's see, what did we get next? It was Best Friends. They gave us an update on Orange Cassidy. I mean, who gives a shit? I don't get Best Friends. That's not even worth talking about. Fuck the Best Friends. Ethan Page came out. This was Stokely thing. Matt Hardy and Isaac Cassidy came out. Ethan Page wasn't happy that Matt betrayed him. Matt said he had it written in their contract that if Hook beat Hardy, then Hardy and Private Party were free from the farm. Big Bill and Moriarty attacked him from behind. Hook comes out to try and make the save, but he's not good enough, so he's only one man. And that's it. Basically, the faces are getting beat down, but then down. Jeff Hardy makes his way to the ring. The returning Jeff Hardy comes in, and he comes out with a nice wee steel chair with some artwork on it. Now, normally I would bury this, but I think this makes sense for Jeff Hardy since he has an artistic. It just seems like something Jeff would do. too. So he comes out with a steel chair with like a happy face on it, and he starts battering everybody with the steel chair. Then he hits the twist of fate. Then he hits the swanton. Then he embraces with his brother Matt. So the Hardy Boys are back together. Jeff Hardy's back in wrestling. Everything is good in the world. Give us more Jeff Hardy. Make him world champ, for God's sake. If you can't have Jeff Hardy world champ, then who can be world champ? Let's be honest. Then we seen Kenny Omega. He had a message for the Blackpool Combat Club. Why are they still calling them the Blackpool Combat Club? There's nobody to Blackpool. They've got no connection to Blackpool. For a couple of weeks they were going by Combat Club, and now they've just changed it back to Blackpool Combat Club. I mean, it seems like a mess to me. Anyway, it was Moxley and Claudio versus Mikhail Nakazawa and Brandon Cutler. I mean, how the hell were we supposed to believe this match could go any way other than the Combat Club winning? Who the fuck is Michael Nakazawa anyway? But anyway, Combat Club win. And then after the match, they're beating down these two. Out comes Kenny Omega. Wow, Kenny Omega's back. And then the Young Bucks come out and they start beating up the three of them. Wow, the Elite's returned. Who cares? I certainly don't. And then they get a screwdriver and they're going to hit Moxley in the head with a screwdriver. But Moxley gets pulled out the way, and Kenny Omega plants the screwdriver into the top turnbuckle. So he stabs the top turnbuckle. He was going to kill John Moxley, I guess, if he didn't get pulled out the way. This whole screwdriver thing, like, what is the fucking point of it? Seriously, I don't understand it. It's like, we seen a couple weeks ago when Don Callis got punched and he got busted open to fuck. You could see his skull. He was busted open. And then like the week after that, they used a screwdriver and there's zero blood at all. I mean, there was no blood at all. I mean, how can they make this believable? So one punch literally kills a guy and busts him open. You can see his brain cells. But then, you know, a screwdriver getting like jammed into someone's forehead, and there's not a trickle of blood. I mean, what is this? Honest to God, AEW is dumb, so fucking dumb. But yeah, that's it. I guess we're getting Combat Club versus the Elite. I don't really care. Then we got Sky Blue and Rio taking on Tony Storm and Ruby Soho with Saraya. I mean, it's obvious at this stage Saraya's just not wrestling for whatever reason. Maybe they're just saving her for big matches, or not. Not that AEW has big matches, but you get my point. Maybe they're just saving her for when something that they deem important. I mean, which is fair enough. I don't think Saraya needs to wrestle every week, but I think it's become pretty obvious. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's why they added Ruby Soho to the faction, to be honest. Just because it would give them one more person to put in the ring instead of having it be Saraya. Because, yeah, for whatever reason, I just don't think Saraya can go anymore. But we had the match. Storm wins with the Storm Zero. And then there's a beatdown after the match. And, of course, the rest of the women run out. We had, what's her name? Dr. Britt Baker. She comes, makes the save. And that was pretty much it. So Dr. Britt comes out, saves the day. Saraya and Britt square off, and the Outcast then pull Saraya to safety so that she doesn't need to get beat up by the dentist. I mean, I don't understand this. The whole I get she's a dentist, but I hate how they keep going on about it. She does nothing with her character. She doesn't like no dentist work. It's not like we never see vignettes or anything like where she's a dentist or anything like this. I mean, what difference does it make if she's a dentist? I just don't understand it. Back in the day, like, if you were like the Repo Man or whatever, if you were like a garbage man, they would maybe like show vignettes of you picking up garbage, but like there's nothing to show Britt Baker being a dentist. I don't get why they keep mentioning it. She could be a dentist. She could be a fucking, supermarket worker. She could be a porn star. I mean, it's irrelevant. It has zero impact or influence on her work. So, yeah, whatever. This then leads to the main event. Thank God, man, because I can barely talk anymore. But Chris Jericho takes on Keith Lee. And by the way, Keith Lee looks old and he looks fat as fuck. This guy is an old, fat bastard, man. What does he do? Has he spent the last 75 years eating at McDonald's? Is that why he's so old? Is that why he's so fat? I just don't get how out of shape and bad this guy looks, man. Now, I'm not attacking him personally, but for God's sake, this guy's supposed to be a professional wrestler. How does he get on national TV looking like this? He would never get to wrestle. You would never see someone that looks like this in WWE. As a fat people, yes, but let's be real. They have to at least cover themselves up. And you're not allowed to, you wouldn't look old in WWE. He'd have to dye that hair or something, man. This is a mess. The guy looks about 65 years old. And honestly, he looks like a fucking whale. I mean, if he could grow fins and start swimming in the sea, I wouldn't be surprised. This guy is fucking massive. But anyway, he takes on Jericho. I mean, the match was okay. There was one spot where Lee went for a moonsault and Jericho got the knees up and Jericho was like selling the knees. And I thought that made sense because let's be real, even though you get the knees up to protect yourself, this is still a big fat bastard landing on top of you. It's going to hurt. It is going to hurt. So that made sense there from Jericho. Swerve Strickland came out. Hit Lee with something, didn't see what it was. Jericho got the 1, 2, 3. Jericho wins. Then we see Jericho and that guy that has absolutely no fucking charisma whatsoever or a personality to boot. What's his name? Danny Garcia, that's the one. So Danny Garcia and Jericho are like standing in the ring, and then we see Adam Cole come out. Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole comes out. He walks down to the ring. He checks to see if Keith Lee's alright. And then he walks up the ramp with Keith Lee with his music playing. And that's how the show ends. Seriously. Adam fucking Cole coming out, walking down the ramp, checking on Keith Lee, and then walking to the back. And that's the end of the show. They almost made it feel as if he almost tried to believe like Hulk Hogan was coming out. You can't end a show on Adam Cole. This isn't the Hulkster, this isn't Stone Cold, it's fucking 2 ounces Adam Cole. I mean, what is this? Honest to God. What a weird ending to the show. Adam Cole walks out, then he picks up he doesn't pick up Keith Lee. He'd need a forklift if he was going to pick up Keith Lee. But he checks on Keith Lee and then he walks him to the back. Horrible ending. Absolutely horrible ending to Aew Dynamite. I just didn't get it. What was the point of this? Why is Adam Cole coming out to basically see if Keith Lee's okay, then walk up the ramp with him? Is this like a new relationship? Is this some sort of like LGBT thing? Are these two getting together? Is Keith Lee going to go home and squash Britt Baker tonight? I think she'd need more than she was not a dentist, she would need it. It's a doctor. It's a casket. I think you'd be getting buried if Keith Lee landed on you. But still, like, what's the point of this? I just didn't get it, guys. I didn't get it. But anyway, that's it. That is it for the AEW Dynamite review. You know what? I'll give it a 1 out of 10 because we got to see Jeff Hardy return. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't really think of any other reason why I would give it more than that. But yeah, guys, 1 out of 10 for Jeff freaking Hardy. Anyway, guys, that's it. We'll catch you in the next one. Leave a like, leave a comment, and hopefully my voice sounds a wee bit better when we get into our next wrestling review. But yeah, AEW Dynamite wasn't great. But again, definitely seen worse. I have definitely seen worse AEW shows than this. So that's about as much praise as I can give it at the moment. Let me know your thoughts down below. I will catch you in the next one. And of course, guys, until next time, been Fog Wrestling. Thanks for watching. And peace.